Good morning. I am Technical Sergeant Joshua Casey, military training instructor, and I will be your narrator for today's ceremony. As the flights move into position, we would like to take a moment and ask visitors to help keep our graduates healthy and safe. Please cover your mouth while coughing or sneezing. Wash your hands frequently. Utilize hand sanitizer and avoid attendance at ceremonies if you are experiencing flu-like symptoms. For the safety and comfort of those around you, we ask that you refrain from entering the retreat pad and remain in your respective seating area when taking photos during the ceremony. At the conclusion of the ceremony, you may proceed onto the retreat pad after the flights are dismissed. Please be cautious when ascending and descending the bleachers. Utilize the handrails and watch for tripping, slipping, and falling hazards. Restroom facilities are located in the reception center and to the right of the flagpole. During this morning's ceremony, smoking and the consumption of alcoholic beverages is not permitted. At this time, please silence all cell phones and other electronic devices. Thank you and enjoy today's ceremony. In the military, ceremonies are held to accord distinctive honors to national symbols or individuals on special occasions. These ceremonies are also used to display the proficiency and state of training in a command and to promote teamwork and pride in the organization. They also contribute to public morale by displaying symbolically the strength and unity of the military in support of the nation. All of the movements that you will observe today are known as drill. The purpose of drill is to enable a commander or non-commissioned officer, such as a military training instructor, the ability to move their units from one place to another in an orderly manner. To aid in training by instilling discipline and habits of precision and response to the leader's orders, and to provide for the development of all leaders in the practice of commanding formations. Throughout today's ceremony, you will see the flight saluting as one form of drill. The civilian counterpart of the salute is manifested in various ways, such as placing the right hand over your heart when the national anthem is played, or raising the hand when greeting a friend. The military salute is given in the same manner as a gesture of recognition and a friendly greeting to a comrade in the honorable profession of arms. To maintain proper decorum and respect for events such as this, we ask that you abide by the following standards while you are here. First, there will be times that you will be asked to stand for the invocation, the playing of the national anthem, the Air Force song, and the reciting of the Airmen's Creed. Second, we ask that you remain silent during these times, reflecting on the price that has been paid for our freedom. Third, we ask that you pay respect for the flag during the national anthem. Military members and veterans in uniform will stand at attention and render a salute. Civilians should stand and place their right hand over their heart. Veterans and military members not in uniform may render a salute or place their right hand over their heart. After the last note of the national anthem, you may return your hand to their side. Thank you and enjoy today's ceremony. Now marching into position. Flight 262, led by Technical Sergeant Anthony Cruz. Flight 263, led by Technical Sergeant Robert Tompkins. Flight 264, led by Technical Sergeant Michael Croy. Flight 265, led by Technical Sergeant Angela Bell. Flight 266, led by Technical Sergeant Arlen Wiley. Flight 267, led by Technical Sergeant Miguel Molina. 268, led by Master Sergeant Darius Charles. Flight 269, led by Technical Sergeant Denzel Miles. Flight 270, led by Staff Sergeant Rainier Quaid. Flight 271, led by Technical Sergeant Nadia Cruz. Flight 272, led by Master Sergeant Jonathan Malumai. Musical support for this morning's ceremony has been provided by the graduates from Flight 273, led by Master Sergeant Ariel Coleman, performing under the direction of retired Master Sergeant Samuel Johnson, Master Military Training Instructor, hometown Stratford, Connecticut. These individuals have been hand-selected to perform for today's ceremony. In addition to completing all basic training syllabus and training requirements, Drum and Bugle Corps members commit to additional training hours for practice throughout their weeks of training. Their effort and commitment demonstrate teamwork and the Air Force core value, service before self. With each Drum and Bugle Corps performance, they honor the long-standing tradition of live music at formal military ceremonies. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the invocation given by Chaplain Lee.
Good morning, everyone. As I pray according to my faith tradition, I encourage you to pray according to yours. Lord of all creation, we have gathered here today to observe the time-honored custom of retreat of our nation's colors, the signal of the ending of the official duty day, and a time to pay respect to our flag. May the stars and stripes ever be a beacon of light, liberty, and hope for all who set their sights upon them, and may the colors forever be etched in our minds as a symbol of the sacrifice and dedication of all those who have served before us. Each day, as our airmen pause from their duties during the sound of the bugle, may they be mindful of the generations who have fought before them and paved the way for them to now walk upon. This morning, the Wolfpack of the 331st Training Squadron prepared to graduate from basic military training and receive their coin. Basic military training hasn't been easy, but they have persevered. Coming as individuals from all different walks of life, they have finished together as a team. They have experienced what it looks like to demonstrate integrity, put personal desires to the side, and do their best in everything. Now, they stand ready to lead the way. Thank you for your watchful eye over them. Would you grace us with your presence today in this place? In your holy name we pray, amen.
Thank you, Chaplain. Please be seated. Good morning and welcome to today's Basic Military Training graduation ceremony. We would like to introduce our distinguished guests, beginning with the host for today's ceremony, the Deputy Commander, Air Force Basic Military Training, and 1993 graduate of Basic Military Training, Lieutenant Colonel Alvin Schultz, Jr. The Senior Enlisted Leader, Air Force Basic Military Training, and 2003 graduate of Basic Military Training, Chief Master Sergeant Dan Anderson. From the graduating squadron, the Commander, 331st Training Squadron, Lieutenant Colonel Josh Carter. The Senior Enlisted Leader, 331st Training Squadron, and 1990 graduate of Basic Military Training, Chief Master Sergeant Tawana Hannibal, accompanied by her partner and 2000 graduate of basic military training, Senior Master Sergeant Tamika Brown. Also in attendance with us today, the Commander, 57th Wing, Brigadier General Richard Goodman. The Command Chief, 57th Wing, and 1997 graduate of basic military training, Chief Master Sergeant Thomas Schaefer. The Vice Commander, Office of Special Investigations, Region 6, Colonel Jeff Hall. Although time does not permit us to introduce all of our distinguished guests, the 737 Training Group is proud to welcome each of you. We hope you enjoy today's ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, Master Sergeant Werke will now come forward and address our graduating class.
Good morning, families, friends, and loved ones in attendance and watching via live stream. And a huge congratulations to our graduates. Let's hear it for your airmen. All right. Airmen, you are joining a team of professionals dedicated to integrity, service, and excellence. The Airman's coin you will receive may seem as a simple coin, but it carries with it the history and heritage of our airmen. The millions of men and women who have come before you have airlifted troops and supplies into the jungles of Vietnam, executed precision airstrikes in the deserts of Iraq and Afghanistan, delivered humanitarian aid to villages in Africa and South America. They have launched missiles and flown satellites, defended airstrips, and strengthened partnerships. They have stood on the North Pole, the South Pole, and everywhere in between. Over the past 7.5 weeks, your MTIs were charged with mentoring, teaching, and molding you into elite and lethal airmen. Your MTIs have poured their heart and soul into your transformation, and I want to take a moment to recognize their efforts and say thank you. Graduates, our core values have been ingrained within you, and a deep trust has been bestowed upon you. Trust is the most powerful currency in the world, and you are now in the business of trust. You have signed a blank check, payable with your life, because you know our country trusts that you will serve, protect, and defend our Constitution. We trust that you will serve with dignity, honor, and respect. We trust that each and every one of you will take what you have learned and unleash your full potential and capabilities in order to uphold American air and space superiority in an ever-changing and challenging global environment. An environment where peer adversaries want to take what we have and strip away the freedoms that we enjoy. Ultimately, you are charged to defend our nation and to protect American citizens, our families, friends, loved ones, and our way of life. We trust and expect to see great things from you. Airmen, I'll leave you with this. You are joining a team that will look to you to define the character of our Air Force for years to come. We have the utmost faith in you because every time you recite the Airman's Creed, you adamantly proclaim that you will not fail. And we believe you. As your operations superintendent, I hereby acknowledge your completion of all basic training graduation requirements and have recommended to Colonel Pixley and Chief Master Sergeant Anderson that you receive your Airman's coin. Congratulations. Wolfpack! Lead the way! Wolfpack! Military training instructors, you may proceed.
At this part of the ceremony, the military training instructors will distribute the venerable Airman's coin, and for the first time, distinct Space Force coins to our Space Force graduates. The lore of military coins has many colorful suspected origins. However, a popular story stems from World War I, where American volunteers formed flying squadrons in France during the Great War. One of the volunteers was a wealthy lieutenant who took great pride in his service and had medallions cast in bronze, with his squadron's emblem on them. He gave those medallions to every member of his unit. Not long after, one of the pilots was shot down behind enemy lines and was captured by a German patrol. The German forces confiscated the pilot's possessions except for the pilot's medallion that he wore around his neck. While in confinement in a small French village, the captured pilot took advantage of a nighttime bombardment by the Allies. He donned civilian clothes and escaped after crossing the front lines to safety. He came across a French outpost where he was initially thought to be a saboteur, until he showed them his unit coin. The French forces recognized the unit emblem, and instead of any harsher treatment, he received a bottle of wine. Today, several military units have developed their own coins and specific rules for them. Many organizations give out their unit coins to recognize outstanding performances and achievements. The coins the airmen and space professionals receive today are unique in that they originate here at the gateway to the Air Force and are only given to those who complete this rigorous course of instruction. On one side of the airman's coin, the original emblem of the Air Force resides as envisioned by General Henry Hap Arnold, one of the first military aviators and later commander of the Army Air Forces in World War II. Beneath the emblem, the year 1947, the birth date of the United States Air Force, and around the rim of the coin, the core values of the Air Force: integrity first, service before self, and excellence in all we do. Inscribed on the other side of the coin is the newly recognized emblem of the Air Force, a symbol that honors the heritage of our past and represents the promise of our future. The emblem retains the core elements of the Henry Hap Arnold emblem, the Arnold wings, and the star within a circle. The modern effect of the emblem reflects our Air and Space Force today and into the future. Inscribed in a half circle above the contemporary Air Force emblem is the Air Force motto, "Aim high, fly, fight, win." And on the border of the coin, a reminder to all who see this is inscribed, "Awarded on the occasion of becoming an airman in the world's greatest Air Force." The Space Professional coin also has a distinctive design. On one side, it displays the original emblem of the Space Force, the Delta, which was first used by space units in 1961, and honors the heritage of the United States Space Force. Beneath the emblem is the year 2019, the birth date of the United States Space Force. Inscribed on the other side of the coin is the Space Force motto, Semper Supra, which translates to always above. This represents the Space Force's role in establishing, maintaining, and preserving our nation's dominance and freedom of operations in the space domain. On the coin's border is a commemorative inscription that reads, "Awarded on the occasion of becoming a charter member of the United States Space Force."
Ladies and gentlemen, Lieutenant Colonel Harden will now come forward and address our graduating class.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to United States Air Force Basic Military Training. First, let me say thank you to the family and friends joining us here today. 7.5 weeks ago, your loved ones departed home, set on a journey into the United States Air Force. Today marks the day they officially become airmen. It's because of your support that has pushed these airmen to successfully complete basic military training and join the world's greatest Air Force. I will tell you, though, 7.5 weeks ago when they showed up here, they showed up with all different kinds of hairstyles, different clothes, and probably the widest eyes I'd ever seen. But I'll tell you, after many hours and repetitions of folding their clothes, doing their laundry, making their beds, and countless hours of drill, and lots of quote-unquote mentorship from their instructors, I'm proud to say that they've made it to the end. And it is my honor to introduce the 547 airmen from the 331st Training Squadron as our nation's newest airmen. Wolfpack, over the last 2 months, your military training instructors and your section leadership have asked a lot of you, and they've held you to a high standard. Your Wolfpack instructors are extremely dedicated to their craft and are the very best at what they do. So family and friends, will you please help me show the instructors how much we appreciate their efforts and give them a round of applause. Family and friends, these Wolfpack instructors have worked tirelessly over the last 2 months, providing your airmen with a world-class instruction that laid out a solid foundation of what it means to be an airman. Instructors, thank you for your dedication and your tireless efforts to shaping the future of the Air Force. Pack, tomorrow, you will raise your right hand and swear to defend the Constitution against all enemies. Today, while you're with your family and friends, I ask that you think about what that means. Think about what that oath you take tomorrow means to you and what it means to your loved ones. It is an awesome responsibility, and make no mistake, no matter your career field, you are a warrior. You have a critical role in defending our country and enabling our leaders to meet the United States' national objectives. Even if you're not at the tip of the spear, you will be a key enabler into the world's greatest Air Force. And remember, as you leave us at basic military training and depart for technical school, build on the foundation that your MTIs have laid upon you, and take care of your wingman and become the airman that we know you can be. I won't lie, though, there will be tough days in your future, but there will also be some of the best that you've ever had. Never forget why you volunteered to be part of this Air Force family and what it means to be a member of the Wolfpack. It has been my honor to be your very first commander, and I know that you will continue to excel throughout your career, just as you've done here in the Wolfpack. I look forward to all the great things that you will do and to see you out within our Air Force, and I know that you will accomplish all those things that you're destined to do. So with that, thank you, and congratulations.
Thank you, Colonel Harden. At this time, we would like to take this opportunity to recognize basic military training's most outstanding performer, someone who demonstrated their ability to successfully navigate all assessments, testing their physical abilities, academic aptitude, and adaptability to the military environment through multiple progress checks. This airman has surpassed all others in the challenges of training and has earned the distinction of being the top graduate of his class. The top graduate is from Flight 268, Airman Kamir Cordy. He is from Wiley, Texas, and joined the Air Force to become an aircraft fuel systems technician. In the stands cheering is his girlfriend, Lainey. His recruiter is Master Sergeant Alex Aguilar from the 352nd Recruiting Squadron, Dallas, Texas. Please stand as a sign of unity as our top graduate leads us through the Airmen's Creed. Instructors, place your flights at attention. Please be seated. Instructors, place your flights at ease. This morning, we honor our heritage of military customs and traditions as we welcome our newest airmen into the ranks of the Department of the Air Force. There are two purposes for this morning's retreat ceremony. The retreat ceremony is a solemn event conducted at every United States military installation around the globe. It signifies the end of the official duty day, and today is symbolic of the end of training for our graduates. But more importantly, it is to pay respect to our nation's flag. When we offer our respect for our flag and to our national anthem, we have an opportunity to reflect on the democratic principles that have made our nation great. The meaning of freedom, dignity of the individual, the pursuit of happiness, and national unity all come to mind when you think of our flag. It is the symbol of our nation to the world. Military members have a special bond with the flag. These airmen are part of the flag's tradition because they symbolize the spirit and sacrifices of the military and dedication to defense of this great nation and the principles it represents. When we salute the flag as it is lowered, we ask you to think. Think about the flag flying over Arlington and other national cemeteries. Think about the flag being carried into combat by the service members who preceded us. Think about the freedom Americans enjoy today, freedom without precedent in the history of the world. The men and women who stand before you today represent the projection of strength behind our flag. Our flag security detail consists of members from the graduating squadron, led by Technical Sergeant Paul Beatty. Our commander of airmen is Technical Sergeant John Stevens. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the sounding of retreat and remain standing for the playing of the national anthem. The flag stands for peace, honor, truth, justice, and freedom. In the armed forces of the United States, during the ceremony of retreat, the flag is lowered, folded in a triangle fold, and kept under watch throughout the night as a tribute to our nation's honored dead. The next morning, it is brought out at the ceremony of reveille. The flag has been torn to strips and used as bandages for wounded combatants on the battlefield. It has been placed in the trembling arms of a grieving parent at the grave of their fallen son or daughter. It is flown at half-staff to honor our military members. The flag has flown in every battle of every war for more than 200 years. It is flown at Valley Forge, Shiloh, and Gettysburg. It was there at San Juan Hill, the trenches of France, in the Argonne Forest, and Zio, Rome, on the beaches of Normandy. It was waved at Okinawa, Korea, Vietnam, Somalia, Kuwait, Iraq, and in Afghanistan. The flag has been burned, torn, and trampled on the streets of countries that America has helped set free, yet it remains invincible. Please remain standing for the playing and singing of the United States Air Force song. Congratulations on achieving this historic milestone that marks the beginning of your career. Ladies and gentlemen, please remain in your seating area. The graduates will be dismissed momentarily. Families with graduates in the Drum and Bugle Corps are asked to wait for their graduates on the north side of the west bleachers while they secure their equipment. We ask that you refrain from running onto the retreat pad, and please use caution when descending the bleachers. Town Pass ends at 2000 hours. When dropping off graduates, please stay in your vehicle. Family members are not authorized to enter any training area. Thank you, and please enjoy your stay at the 37th Training Wing, Joint Base, San Antonio-Lackland, Texas. All graduates are now released to their families. Airmen, if you lost your flight cap, report to the podium to retrieve it. Graduate and family, please report to the podium to retrieve your certificates. Top graduate and family, please report to the podium to retrieve your certificate.